What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Beautiful weather out here in southern Ontario, nice and sunny. It's not too cold, it's like 12 degrees Celsius. Today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a video that I've already done before. I did the same video for my Audi. 5 things I like about my car versus 5 things I don't like about my car. I did that for my Audi. It was one of the first videos I uploaded last year, and we're going to be bringing that back with the GTI today. I figured I'd make the video for you guys. I think last video I didn't have a bunch of stuff on my car, like the lip and the spoiler is really the only 2 things, but I do want to let you guys know, give you guys a little bit of an update. So we do have the paint for my GTI, the color that I want. We have it, it's at my house, so that's going to be going on the car very soon. Not too sure when, because me and my dad kind of just have to figure some things out with work as to, you know, where to actually paint the car, but as far as actually having it, we do have it. It's going to look a whole lot better, and then we kind of just have to get the springs with, but we do have the spacers on. If you guys saw my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube short, we did put the spacers on. It looks far better, bro, like way better. Like they come out perfectly, so once it's lowered, it's gonna look perfect. The fronts, honestly, in my opinion, I think the front is a little bit better than the back. I could have maybe done another 5 millimeters in the back, but it still looks like 10 times better than the way it did before. Like there's still that small gap, but it's not anything that I'm too upset about. But the front is just perfect. The front, like if you look at it, once it's gonna be lowered, oh my god, bro, the front fitment's gonna be very nice. And then I still want to get the eyelids, which I might buy soon. But anyway, let's get straight into the video. We'll start with the dessert first. We'll do the 5 things I like, and then we'll do the veggies after, the 5 things I don't like. And that first thing being, I really love the size of and how light this car is. My Audi was a whole lot heavier than this car. It's like 1,000 pounds heavier than my GTI. So going from that, an all-wheel drive 4,000 pound car, to a front wheel drive, literally, you know, 4-cylinder with that weighs only 3,000 pounds, it's definitely noticeable for sure. Like I definitely noticed a difference. I didn't think I would, but I definitely notice it. And even on the inside, bro, like I know I have a wide angle lens on my camera, but like I'll show you guys the interior. There's a lot of space on the interior. Like even the interior is nice in itself, but like there's a lot of space. Like even the back space here, there's a lot of space. Maybe not leg room, but that's not my problem because I drive the car, I don't sit in the back. But even the trunk has a lot of space, so like I'm really not complaining about the size of the car. I really do like the size. And compared to like its competition, like you have like the Veloster N, which this kind of competes with, I think this is a way better car than the Veloster N. A, interior; B, transmission wise; C, obviously it's not 3 doors, so it's not fucking demented, you know, which I mean, I'm not a big hater of the 3-door. I think it's kind of quirky, which is kind of cool, but I don't know, I'd rather, obviously I bought this over a Veloster N. I'd rather this over a Veloster N. The other thing I'd have to say I really like about this car is definitely the aftermarket support. These cars have been around forever. Mark 7s, they've been around, like the Mark 7 platform has been around for like 2015, so like you figure like 10 years. And then the Mark 7.5 has been out since 2018, right? And this is a 2019, so this is one of the more later years, but I found out this is the most reliable. But this car has a lot of aftermarket support. I mean, all GTIs and all Golfs really do have a lot of aftermarket support. Like, you know, you could put anything from on a TSI that you put on a GTI. Obviously engine parts may be a little bit different, but there's a lot of aftermarket support. For example, like this car, we have the CTS cold air intake, we have the Cobb exhaust system, but even like this front lip, my rear spoiler and stuff, these mirror caps, like those mirror caps I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Some guy was selling them and they were for a Golf R Mark 7.5. I bought them, they fit great. Even like the front lip, this was literally off of AliExpress. This here, the sequential turn light, was literally off of Amazon. Those were literally 40 bucks. And even like the Alcantara steering wheel wrap, that was $90 off of Amazon. So like as far as when it comes to aftermarket support, there's a lot for these cars, and you can pretty much look on any platform, Facebook, AliExpress, you know, different websites. There's a lot of places that sell stuff for this car, which is what I love. It's so easy to find parts for this car, whereas my Audi was a little bit more difficult than that. Like you can even buy like carbon hoods and fenders for this car, carbon trunks, like things like that, which is super cool to make your car stand out compared to the rest. Definitely want to get that one day. I want to get carbon hood and fenders one day, but like that stuff is so hard to come by for certain cars like my Audi, or even I would assume maybe Veloster N's a little bit harder. Those are newer cars than GTIs, but that's one thing I really love about this car is how much aftermarket support these cars have. I think this and like maybe some JDM cars, there's a lot of aftermarket support when it comes to those types of cars, including this car, which I really like about it. The next thing that I really like about this car, will come into the interior, which I kind of mentioned it earlier in the video, would be the interior of this car. Now this car kind of goes up against like, you know, Subarus, like WRXs, I would kind of say maybe some VQs, I guess, I don't know. But as far as like the hatchback game, I think this car has probably one of the best interiors, especially for the time frame. Like this is a 2019, right? Like I personally prefer this over the Mark 8 interior just because this has a lot more hard buttons. Everything's kind of analog. Like the shifter on the automatic Mark 8s, I find is so stupid. It's a little thing like this, which I don't like. Has an actual handbrake, which even the Mark 7.5 Golf Rs don't even have, which I don't like. I like having this e-brake. I think it's a lot better and a lot more fun for sure, because you can kind of like drift it, I guess you could say, which is really nice. The only thing I don't like about the interior is the analog gauges, but this one obviously didn't come with that option. You can get a digital gauge, because I went for my Audi with digital gauges to this with analog, so it took me a little bit to get used to these, but I don't mind them anymore. They're not that bad, but I do wish this car came with the digital gauges. But as far as even features, like bro, I paid like $20,000 for this car. Has park assist. This park assist button, I literally didn't even know I had it. My friend showed me it, and it works so cool. It literally steers the car for you. Sunroof, obviously, sunglass holder. My Audi didn't have this. I mean, I wear glasses anyway, so, but I do keep a pair of sunglasses up here just in case. But as far as the interior, bro, like the interior on this car is amazing. All the red stitching and stuff. Now this is a GTI, so it is this side has a automatic seat, whereas the passenger just has like the automatic part to tilt it and stuff, but that's fine, I don't sit there. But anyway, like obviously this is a GTI, so this is a more sportier option for the Golf. Definitely the entry-level sport option for these cars. Now if you get a TSI, like I have a friend with TSI, it has like the beige headliner, which is what I'm really happy about. I like cars with black headliner. I find it so outdated when cars don't have the black headliner, which I'm really happy this has. But yeah, I think the interior really what's make this car, because at the end of the day, as someone that bought a car, as someone that owns a car, you sit in the car the most, right? So you see the inside of the car more than you do the outside. So that's partially one of the reasons why I bought this over anything else, was interior reasons. Because again, I see it, I want to know what features it has, and I want it to benefit me. I want to have things that I'm going to use and things that I'm going to like. Now we're going to talk about something a little bit more specific that the car doesn't exactly come with, but I do want to talk about it because it is one of my favorite things on the car. So if we just pop the hood, I actually never made a video on this intake. I wish I did, but I was just too excited to put it on and I never made one. So as you guys know, I do have a CTS turbo open box cold air intake. This is probably one of my favorite things. This is probably the favorite mod I've done to this car. And probably my favorite thing about the car, because I'll be honest, before I did that, the car was so boring. I actually put the exhaust on before I put the intake, so when I put this intake on, it completely changed the whole car, and it made a huge difference to A, how it sounds, and B, how it drives. A little bit better throttle response. I'm kind of used to it now, but you do notice something, and it makes the car sound way better. I did make a TikTok and an Instagram video on it, so if you guys want to hear how it sounds, definitely go check out those videos. They're on my TikTok and my Instagram page. But I think this is probably my favorite thing I've ever done to this car, literally because it changed the way the car sounds for sure. And honestly, before I even put, like, I think about maybe a couple of weeks without it on. If I waited till now to put this intake on, I think I would have sold the car, because it's so boring. Like, even the exhaust, like, I made a video on the exhaust, you guys heard it. The exhaust isn't as loud as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot louder. It is the Cobb system. There is a small muffler and then like a small resonator like through the middle. I am debating on either taking one of the mufflers or the resonators out, but I do want to get a catless downpipe. But anyway, that's just some extra stuff for you guys to know. But this intake really changed the whole car for me. I don't think I would have kept the car for at least this long if I didn't get that. The last thing I want to point out that I like about this car, now this kind of what steered me to get this specific car over other GTIs. Now, full disclaimer, I think I've spoken in other videos, I did not want to buy this car originally. The only reason why I bought this was A, because I got a good deal at my girlfriend's work because they had the car. It was brought in on trade. She was demoing it for a bit, and then she literally demoed it when S5 got totaled, and I kind of wanted to save more money because I'm trying to experiment with some different businesses, like you guys know about the detailing. But anyway, I wanted something a little bit cheaper, and this is a car she brought home, and I was looking at the price. I'm like, maybe I should do it. But anyway, when I started looking at this car, I'm like, why don't I just buy an older GTI? And the reason why I went with this specific GTI was for the front end. This front end, I think, is the most aggressive front end you can buy for a Golf. I love the smile it has at the bottom. I love the M5 style headlights. I think these are the best headlights you can put on your car. I know a lot of people that have the pre-facelift GTIs, they put these headlights on the car. I think this is the best looking front end for a GTI. Like, if you just look at it, bro, so aggressive. Once it's lowered, it's going to look even more aggressive. You know, people put carbon hoods on it, looks aggressive, fenders, whatever. The only thing I would say I don't really like is, right now I'm okay with it, is the red. I'm not a huge fan of the red in the headlights, but that's the only reason why I don't mind it with this color. But the color I'm putting on the car, I don't think it's going to look too great. So I might have to get the aftermarket ones that get rid of that. But yeah, I think this front end is just perfect in every which way. It has subtle fog lights at the bottom, which you can't really see, but I think they look great. The fangs there, they look amazing. I love the front end of this car. The next thing that I don't like about this car, this is obviously really shitty, and a lot of newer cars have it. It's one of the worst things that newer cars all come with. A lot of newer cars, like even BMWs, all come with this. These cars have pumped in audio that come through the speakers. They come through every speaker. Only when the car is in sport mode it comes on, and I believe when it's also in normal mode, I'm not 100% sure, is the pumped in audio. It is the worst shit ever. I remember when I first drove this car before I bought it and I heard it, I'm like, what the hell is that garbage? It's so noticeable. It's so bad. It's literally the worst. The only way, because my car is not tuned just yet, if you tune the car, it shuts it off, as well as if you get OBD11, you can turn it off. The only way that I have it right now is when I put my car into onto sport mode, I put it into custom. I never use sport, always custom. And then in custom, you can actually change it on how high you want it. So I just put it to the low settings, so I think it's like eco, so there's literally like no pumped in audio, and then obviously you hear my intake more, my exhaust more, which helps out, so I don't really hear it. But that's probably the worst thing about this car, after the annoying sensors, because it's just so stupid. It's like if someone that buys these cars buys them for the way they sound themselves, not what plays through the speakers. So, and plus when you play music and you hear it, it fucks up the music, so it doesn't sound very good, which kind of sucks as well. Now, the next thing I don't like about my car, I don't really notice. This thing I really didn't notice until I saw one of Yovo Swift's videos from his GTI that he had, was these little windows right here. There's these two little windows on each side that this car has, that when you come on the inside, they're actually like, you can't even see them. Like the driver one, you barely see from where you're sitting, like, but it's right there. And then it has it on the passenger side as well. Now, the part that sucks about these windows is because if you tint your car all the way around like I do, I got 30 on the windshield, then I have whatever the hell's on the front or on the side windows, I think it's like 20 or something like that. These windows are noticeably not tinted, and when you go to get these tinted, a lot of tint places charge like $100 or more for you to get them tinted, because they're so hard to tint. It's not like you can take the window out, and it's very hard to get in there. Luckily for me, my tint guy said he would do it for whatever the price that he's doing the rest of the windows for. He won't charge me, but that's just because I know him. But it's just so frustrating. I didn't notice it until someone told me about it, until I watched Yovo's video, is the fact that there are these two small windows that are super hard to get to, and it's very noticeably not tinted as well. Like, it's not like it blends in or anything. It's noticeable, bro. And I think that's one of the most annoying things ever, at least about the exterior about this car. But I can understand why they did it, is because if this was all blocked off, that's a huge blind spot, so it's hard to see, which makes sense, but it's just one small little caveat about the car. And the next thing about my car is, honestly, it's very fixable. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I did buy the car like that, and then when I took it to my girlfriend's work for them to look at it, they said I had nothing to do with it. and apparently it's my brakes. But every time I'm either just start driving my car, or I just, from when I put my car into reverse, you hear it, or when I just start driving with it and drive, there's like a weird like knocking noise, and I think it's somewhere in my front suspension. Super duper annoying, and I have no idea what it is. I've checked my ball joints, I've checked my lower control arms, my upper control arms, my struts, the springs, everything. Apparently it literally is just my brakes are shaking within the caliper in there. But it's such an annoying noise. I don't have any clips of how it sounds, but oh my god, it's probably the most annoying thing about it. And it's so embarrassing too. Like when I back up and stuff at parking lots, especially at like car meets and stuff, you hear it, and it's so frustrating because it's like people are like, oh, what the fuck's up with this fucking shitbox? Meanwhile, this car's a lot cleaner than, you know, a bunch of cars that go to these Toronto car meets. If you guys go to Toronto car meets, you know what I'm talking about. You see some hoopties, bro. They're some shitbox cars. So that's just one thing I really hate about this car. I am going to be getting it fixed soon. I'm going to get it, honestly, the suspension torn apart. I'm going to get someone to actually take a really good deep look at it, because that's just coming from my experience and me taking a look at it. So I might get someone to actually look at the car, see what's making that noise, and then kind of go from there. Because if it's my struts, bro, I'm going to get coilovers. Fuck that. I'm not going to fucking put springs on it. It's going to make it worse, right? So, but it's something small. I'm definitely going to get it looked at soon. The last and final thing that I don't like about this car, not really that I don't like, it's just I don't understand it. I don't exactly know how this works. The sunroof, bro, you don't pull it back to open it. You push it forward. It lifts up and then it opens like that. But if you keep holding it, it'll start to close. Like, look. Like, it starts to close, and it's super finicky. So it's like, and then like, look. Then it closes. It's so weird, bro, and it's so annoying because like I have no idea how to actually control the sunroof, which is very frustrating, but it is what it is. But it looks nice when it's open, that's for sure. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the 5 things I do like about my GTI and the 5 things I don't like about my GTI. I really like making these videos because it kind of it helps someone else buy their own car, I guess you could say, because, you know, if someone's interested in buying one of these cars, they can kind of know what to look for. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe for more videos. Make sure you guys follow me on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, and make sure you guys pay attention to the YouTube shorts, because those have kind of been blowing up recently if you look at, you know, my subscriber ratio and stuff. But I have a lot more stuff planned for this car. As you guys know, we put the spacers on, my spoiler, my lower lip. I am getting, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, this is a pun, but I am getting a new spoiler for the car. There is a Golf R Mark 7.5 at my girlfriend's work. They're giving it to me for free, so we're going to be getting a carbon spoiler for the car. So that's going to look really good on the car. I got to get a diffuser still, but we have the side skirt still to put on. I did get wheels for my car, as you guys know, but I did sell them because I am probably going to run these for a bit because they're kind of growing on me, and then I might get some other ones. But the car is getting repainted soon, so the car is going to be look 100 times better soon, which I can't wait for you guys to see it. And then I also want to get some custom plates, so I might make a TikTok and ask you guys for some suggestions on what custom plates to run. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Like I said, follow me on other social media platforms. This summer we're going to try and, you know, pump out a lot of videos, try and get more content going for sure. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.